Right, so between sessions I decided to work on the bruise of sleeping. So what does that mean? I have here digital miner. Not owned, that isn't correct, but sure. Adamantium pickaxe. There should be... I'm going to fire this one up a little bit more still. So there should be, if things are correct. Also, fuel. I decided to actually get some of the oil. Because I noticed that our fuel was just out. So I'm just like, yeah, we need fuel. We need oil, we need fuel. We need unlimited power. Especially with the digital miner being a pet project, right? Well, pet project. But the fact that I want to try to get the ores out of the nether. Yeah, out of the nether. I like the dream world. It's going to be important. I, on the other hand, am very quickly going to make something that I can't make. Okay, sure. Actually, I think I have ores in there. But whatever, I'm just going to bring one ore with me. So, funnily enough, like I tested this last time around and I already forgot like what we did. Because it's like, what, 3 or 4 days ago? And like at school in between and such, like over Discord. Yeah. So I'm not really sure that I know how it worked again, but well. I'll figure it out, it shouldn't be too hard. It worked eventually, so... You're giving 60, your heat is 60. Okay, why hammer? Because if we have a crescent hammer, I can actually... Actually, does crescent hammer still exist? I don't see it in the list. Well, that's the blacksmith's hammer, but I'm not looking for that. Carpenter's hammer, also not looking for that. Okay, crescent hammer doesn't even exist. Wait. What? How did it... Oh, that's right. There's no pulverizer and such in here as well. Okay, that changes everything. Quickly grab one ore. We only need one. The rest is going to... Rest is going to get enrichment chamber. Actually, ooh, wait. Is it? Is it enrichment chamber or is it crusher? No, it is enrichment chamber. Okay. So that's going to be busy. We should have... We should have some potatoes there already, but I'm just going to take these with me still. And I need one... icy needle. So let's put these two here. I'm going to send the quest book in, not here actually. Quest book is just going to go in here. I need more than just this. 20, sure. Eek, these things are going to overheat soon enough. Or they're going to start overheating. Okay, that's what I was waiting for. Nice, okay, it is that one actually. Sure. Press B. Also close the door. Close to you. Weaver of nightmares. Please don't send me to a nightmare. Yay. I think I forgot the chest that I made, but sure. Chest. Oh, you can even make an chest. Nice. Those things are pretty mad, though, in my opinion. Is there any sort of other? Wool, wood, and cobble. We got cobble. I haven't seen animals around here. And we also don't have string. You know, it shouldn't even be that bad that we have this. Honestly, this all sounds pretty easy. I should almost, like, I'm going to make a couple of those chests. Okay, we need is wool, wood, and steel. I still had some iron ores in there, sure. Shears. Thank you very much, sheep. I need wood. Going to destroy both this tree and the tree behind me for wood. Both have to go down. You know? I don't need either of those trees. Just in the way. If I can get some more wool, then hell yeah. So I'm not sure how much I need, so... Fucking endermans. Dirt thieves. That plus some cobblestone, which I have here. Did I actually not prepare any chests? I didn't. I don't know why I didn't, but sure. First start over Mark 1. Actually, I think I... They do connect, so let's make... Sure, let's make 4 for now. Mark II just needs either copper, tin, or iron around it. A Mark III is the same with bronze or gold around it, which... seem to have some gold. That's Mark III, right? Yes. Mark IV and there's Mark V. Mark IV just has steel around it. And the Mark V is quartz. Block of quartz. Okay. Can make exactly 1, 5. Well, shit. Quartz. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't tell me I... Can I... Circular squash block, fuck. Wait. It's a block charger. Block charger doesn't do blocks. Okay, I do not have any quartz. I want at least 2 of these. So I need to find the... Actually, iMac. Yes, please. I'm going to need iMac eventually for other things, so... Cinnabar, Certus Quartz, Blaze, Nether Wart. Two, that means you can make 2 blocks. Alright, fuck it, I'll do it with this. Give me 1 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these. I'm ready. So there's 15 minutes used already for just this. For just making the chest and such. Oh well. If this goal goes right, then I'll soon enough have my applied energetic system. So let's put it down. There we go. Config. New filter. Or dictionary. No key. New filter, material. Right, that should be the right filter. Then if you put this one here. Actually, it should be enough space. Press start. Okay, it is noticing a lot of blocks. If we now just put you on... Okay. You're mining cobblestone. That no. No, please. Isn't there a way to get this to not... Also, I think... I think I just put it in the input. Config, material. You're not doing what I want you to do. Why? Visuals on, please. Let's give me visuals at some point. Otherwise, it's not actually showing me anything at this point. Right. Cool. I got a chest down here with like some things. Might be that it wants something like this or something as a result. I don't know. It was working the other time where it was giving me iron instead of cobblestone. Reset. Auto eject on. Config. Okay, delete that one. Or dictionary, if I just put... Key or. Oh. Okay, Grant, it's not actually putting out copper ore. Okay. Actually, no. You would need it. It is slurping power, so I might not... reset. So we need to find at least one. Okay. I just want to try this. I just want to see, like, before I just go down and, like, try it all. Or... There. Config. New folder. Item stack. It's not even here. There are no quartz ores here even. Okay. So this whole digital miner is fucking useless. There's, I don't have those. Oh well. Sure, you give me a second to... Yeah, so the digital miner, apparently the dream world has no quartz for fucking... Okay, what I want to do is, like, I need this where is it? I need to apply to this 62. That means you need charged Certus quartz. The charger doesn't work. At least not the way I would expect it to work. Like, from what I understand, it doesn't work at least. And now the issue is, like, I was like, sure, I'll make like a digital miner. Put like an hour into that, like last session, or half an hour. And now I figure out that this entire dream world doesn't even have the quartz I'm looking for. Ground. But yeah, I'll there we go.
Beep.
Beep.
Beep. I mean,
Painful, right?
yeah, that was a rip and a half.
Like, there are ores here. That's like the whole issue. But it's not the right ores.
Yeah, that kind of defeats the whole point.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a rip.
Yep. Oh, also, usually you lose all your shit if you go to the dream world. But there's a special belt that makes you have everything.
Ah, that's useful as shit.
Yeah, you just press B and like your whole hotbar is stored in the belt. But the belt stays with you, so ha.
Ooh.
And you can just pull it out. That's how I get most of my shit between there.
It's basically the equivalent of shoving something up your ass and then going into the dream world and then getting it out again. Ha! You couldn't take this from me.
Yeah, or
basically you're using a prison pocket.
I'm practically doing like what those what they do like at some point with like those bolletje slickers.
Yeah, basically.
That's practically what's happening here.
Yeah, that's pretty much that. Yeah.
Oh well.
Let me just get the actual story page up. So I did do some writing earlier today. I finished up the latest chapter.
Ooh.
And after that, I decided to have a little bit of a break.
Understandable.
Oops.
It happens.
Anyway, chapter 5. Let me just look at the timeline here. See what if I've really got everything covered. Do I still need to add a bit more bits? But probably not. Yeah, so chapter 5, it obviously ends with Maiden going out to attack the first farm, which is where you're at. You actually make your first appearance as well, even though your character hasn't been named yet. And after in the next chapter or so, your character actually have their name revealed, but you're already there. But they just don't know who you are yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, so just a quick summary of everything that happens. Basically, the High Crusader, Miss Javiera herself, sent Malin over to help the one of the groups basically enslave some local farmers for slaving purposes.
The best kind of purposes.
Yeah. So Malin, he's not really a fan of it because he's been a slave himself, doesn't really like it all that much, but sure goes along with it. He ends up, joining the team led by one of the more experienced Chimerans. Now, this guy, older guy, really doesn't like Malin one bit. He's one of those really old-fashioned, you're like impure kind of guys. So, because Malin's not a Chimeran by blood, he doesn't really like him very much because, he used to be a slave and all that. But Malin decides, so you know what, fuck it, I'm going to prove you wrong, you piece of old shit. What ends up happening is they set themselves on to the village. Malin still new to actual slave raiding, so he expected a fight, but to be honest, there was really no fight to be had. The force of Chimerans without any actual slaves with them, these are just, all of them are pure Chimerans. They basically slew the first two guys that managed to pick up a pitchfork quick enough, and that was it. That was the whole fight. A second wave comes in. They basically light the whole place on fire to force the villagers to basically run in terror or either trap themselves so they're just easier to collect. Malin's completely taken off guard by this because this is definitely not what he thought he was signing up for. But all right, someone calls out to him. One of the other Chimeran soldiers. This guy, he doesn't have a name. We don't really know him. He's just a soldier. And he needs his help with something because he's trying to kick in a door of a building and he's not getting the door to budge. So Malin comes over, helps him kick open the door, and because the other soldier, the door was so stiff that he bounced back after kicking it, leaving Malin the first guy to actually enter the building, or the wooden hut, I suppose. Which is where he's attacked by yourself and your dad.
Oh, fun.
So the whole Carter family is there. Every Williams you can imagine is probably there.
Rip.
Now, the older guy, the father, basically grabs Malin and pushes him onto the wall, holding his hands in place so he can't actually use his actual weapons. Because, Carter's father didn't see that there was a second Chimeran because, he bounced back from the door. So he only saw Malin and decided to push him against the wall, but that also left, your actual father pretty much invulnerable from the side, which just so happens to be where the door is. So he gets basically a sword jabbed into his neck from, the other Chimeran, leaving him out of the fight pretty quickly.
Eek.
Yeah. So basically Carter just saw his dad commit a disease and basically get murdered to death, basically. He's not particularly happy. So, basically, he's taken off guard. He tries to attack Malin. Malin basically disarms him pretty quickly. He doesn't even have a weapon, so you don't need to really disarm him of anything. Pushes him against the wall. Basically grabs him by his throat and holds him in place because, Carter's not exactly a fighter, so it's not difficult to keep him in place. Meanwhile, the other Chimeran walks into the room and finds that, they're still not alone there. There's still two more people there. Now, one is the mother, and another is another young girl, which I haven't really specified what she is. Malin theorized that she might be a sister of sort, but she could just be a friend or a girlfriend or anything that's applicable. Which is what I'm gonna leave up to you. Like, what do you think that this girl should be? What would you personally prefer, or think is most fitting?
I'm not sure. Like it's always weird when things happen. Especially since Carter never has really an idea of anything. Carter is weird.
Sure, but that has got nothing to do with this person.
Okay, tell me again. Maybe then I have an idea. Again, maybe I get something in my brain at that point.
Well, basically, there's 4 people in the house at the time that the village is attacked. Carter, his parents, and then this one random girl that could literally be anyone. It could be family, it could be a friend, it could be a lover, it could just be a helping hand in the household. You can basically, you got all the freedom in the world to determine who that girl is.
Yes. So who would she be? Or she's probably a family member.
All right. There's still leaves quite a things open. It could be a sister, could be a niece, or anything else.
Niece is what I was thinking of.
All right.
It just so happens to be like visiting, and when shit breaks loose.
Just so happens to pick the worst possible time to go visit.
I mean, it happens. Like.
All right. All right. To summarize how all of this ends. So the girls, Malin and the others don't recognize or identify her as a niece or anything else. They don't really care as well. They'll learn about that later. So anyway, they've got the 2 women basically hiding and screaming in terror. And Malin's at the moment got Carter pressed up against the wall with a fucking hand by his throat, kind of keeping in place. He did shout at Carter to basically keep quiet or something like that, which confused Carter because the last thing he expected to come out of Malin's mouth was something in the common language. Because, savage Camerans.
Those savages.
So, Carter is going to comment on this later on, that, you don't really look Cameran, don't you? Like, well, does the lack of horns give it away? And the comment on, yes.
Okay, so I was last time bitching about this charger and now works.
Well, bitch hard enough and it'll work.
Apparently. Well then, I'll keep using it then.
But yeah, so the other Cameran basically walks up to these 2 girls and basically gets his sword ready.
Oh,
because they had very specific orders to look for fighting, for soldiers basically, because that's all they care about at the moment. Now this kind of sparks something in Malin as well, because he used to be a slave for the majority of his life. He knows what it's like, and he doesn't really like the idea of inflicting this much sorrow and agony on people as well. So he shouts to the soldier, trying to get him to keep the girls alive. He's saying shit like, they might not be fighters, but they've got other uses, and then he's really hinting at quote unquote uses, because he knows what the Camerans are like. They've got slaves for every single purpose you can imagine, and some of them are pretty bad.
Yeah, no, I know that.